guys, today I want to talk about placenta encapsulation. If you don't know what that is or haven't heard of it before, it's basically just, your placenta leaves your body after you give birth, and you can either choose to do this yourself or you can pay somebody else to do it. But what they do is wash it off really well and then cut it into pieces, and then they typically put it into some kind of like food dehydrator. And then when all the moisture is dried out of it, obviously, I think they put it into a food processor, or maybe they chop it by hand. I'm not real sure on this next part, but they basically get it into this fine powdery form, and then they encapsulate it. They put it in, I will show you, a little capsule like this. So this is one of my placenta pills, and I have, well, I haven't counted, but this is how many I have left. And I originally had 111. I think obviously how many you get back depends on how big your placenta was, but yeah, this is what I have. I paid $100 to have this done, and I think depending on your area, it's going to be anywhere from $100 to $200, maybe a little bit more. But I thought that was a pretty good deal. So yeah, you can also totally do this yourself at home if you've got a food dehydrator. I just chose not to because I didn't really, well, one, I wasn't going to have time to do it. I've never encapsulated anything before. I don't have a food dehydrator, so it just made more sense for me to have somebody else do it. You can also ingest your placenta raw if that's like not gross to you. Like the texture and the taste isn't something that I wanted to experience like on my tongue, so I chose to do it in the capsule form. But I think it's just like anything you put in your body, you're going to get the best results and benefits if you do it in the raw form. But yeah, encapsulated was just the way to go for me. And for some people, even that might be too gross. So it's just to each their own, whatever works for you. Proposed benefits that people talk about are reduced risk of postpartum depression. It's supposed to give you like a great milk supply, lots of energy, great mood, all this wonderful stuff that people talk about when they say, encapsulate your placenta. So I thought it was worth a try, at least, to see if that was going to work for me. Last time I did have, the typical normal baby blues, and I feel like there was maybe a little bit more anxiety that I experienced than what's normal. I don't even know what's normal. I think I definitely had postpartum anxiety last time, and maybe a little bit of depression too. It didn't last a very long time. I mean, I came out of it, and obviously I was just fine, but yeah, I thought it was worth experimenting to see if it would be different this time. And I can honestly say that this time has been totally different. I don't know if it's because of the pills or not, but I pretty much felt like myself and was back in my like normal routine like the next day after I had her. I'm sure there are tons of factors that like contribute to that, and it's not all the placenta, but yeah, I mean, I wanted to get out of the house. I wanted to, get dressed and just do normal things. I wanted to take my son to school, and everyone's like, Stephanie, you need to like go lay down in bed with your baby and just sleep. That's what you need to be doing. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to get out and just live my life normally. And that's what made me happiest. Don't get me wrong. It is really beneficial for you to be like spending your first newborn days and weeks, like skin to skin with your newborn and just nursing all the time. And we did plenty of that. But, yeah, it was good for me to get out of the house and to feel like myself. And I don't know if the placenta pills were the result of that, or if it's because I'm a second-time mom and I just like, I feel like I know what I'm doing this time. But one thing I do know for sure the pills help with is my anxiety. And that is the biggest thing that I was worried about this time, was the postpartum anxiety that I experienced last. I noticed that if it's been like 4 or 5 days and I haven't taken a pill, that I do start to feel a little bit anxious, and so I go ahead and take one. It used to be, gosh, I wish I had the paper in front of me. They give you this paper, this like schedule, and tell you how often you should be taking the pills. So that paper recommended that you take them regularly up to 2 weeks postpartum and then as needed after that. And I followed that until I realized that I needed to keep taking them for a little bit longer. So I'm 9 weeks postpartum now, almost 10, and I'm almost to the point where I'm like once a week. I don't need them like I used to need them, but I definitely can tell if it's been like a few days and I haven't taken a pill, a few left. So I'm just going to keep doing this as long as I need to. But I think that I'll be completely done taking them by 12 weeks postpartum probably. And then I'll just use them, you know, as needed for whatever. I'm going to take one now because I do feel a little bit like weird. I will say that these do have like a weird irony taste. Even though it's in the capsule form, I feel like I still have like a weird aftertaste. I can't imagine how much stronger it would have been eating it raw, but yeah, so here goes. I don't know why this coffee is what I have next to me to take this pill. It's probably not a good choice, but here it goes. Ugh. Yeah, there was like a kind of like irony. There was like an irony aftertaste to that. And the pills aren't like the biggest ones I've ever had in my life, but they are a pretty good size. So I don't know. It just depends on what you want to do. This is just my experience. I am so happy with my decision to encapsulate my placenta. I would totally do it again next time. And yeah, I hope that was helpful. See you guys later. Bye.